by now, shouldn't I? Fuck it, that'll do. That's exciting, isn't it? I wish I could work a mic by now, but never mind. You guys seem like a nice, mainly a nice bunch, but I just want to check out, just like to start off with a quick rhetorical question, if that's all right. If I can just ask you, what do you find more satisfying? What do you enjoy more? Running and just catching a bus, or making it easily and watching someone else just miss it? A few bastards in here, that's okay, I think we might be all right. Obviously, I'm not from here, I'm from a small town in New Zealand, the capital. So it's nice, it's exciting. One of the few places in the world that people are generally quite positive about. It's like us in Iceland. They'll say, oh, it's a beautiful country, isn't it? Or I met a Kiwi the other day, lovely guy, John, you probably know him. No, we're not that fucking small. John Thompson? Oh, you do know him. Yeah, he's my cousin. My exciting news recently is I'm a dad now. Yeah, it's not exactly breaking news. He's 7. But no, I've got a lovely little boy called Finn. He's great. I remember when he was a baby, we used to use the old train technique. You know, any parents in here, you know, the old train technique, try and get him to eat. Come on, chew, chew, eat the mushy peas, chew, 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 chew. But it was London, so it was usually like a rail replacement spoon. I'm just going to moan very quickly about a few things. If you give me some time, I'm going to moan about a few things. It's one of my favourite things to do, actually, is just having a good moan. It's part of the reason I came over here, actually. New Zealand is a bit too positive for my liking. But London is the moaning over here. It's, absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Top level. You got every type of weather and you fucking hate all of it. It's wonderful. First thing I moan about, give me time here. First thing I moan about is an expression. You'll have heard something like this. It's when people moan about things not working. We can put a man in space. They'll say something like, well, tell you what, they can put a man on the moon, but they can't make a tin of beans where the ring doesn't fall off. And I always think, well, maybe I'm wrong here, but I think there's probably different people working on these two problems. I don't want to seem like a snob, but like probably not a lot of job share going on between like NASA and Heinz, I'm guessing, I don't know. Next thing is going to be much more unpopular. I'm going to moan about everyone's favourite movie, except mine is The Shawshank Redemption. I know everyone loves that, and I mostly like it, except for a very homophobic scene about halfway through. I don't know if you remember this, like up until that point in the movie, like Andy, our protagonist, had been running away from Boggs, had been trying to have his way with them up until then, and eventually Boggs just got sick of this, corners him in the projection room, gives him an ultimatum, says, look, you're either going to blow all of us or I'm going to stab you. And I was thinking, like, I'm sorry, but I'm a straight man, but if that was me, I'm taking cock every time in that situation. Andy takes the stabbing option. So what are you thinking here? I'll even throw in a little bit of tickle of the balls for free. There you go. There you go, Slasher, that one's on the house. There we're all right. Like if those are the only two things on the menu, again, I'm choosing the same dish every week. I'm sorry, I'd be like, oh, what do we got here? Extremely painful death? Suck some cock. Well, they both look good, I'll tell you that much. What are you having? I had that last week. Yeah, I'm going to go for the cock again, thank you very much. Another thing might be slightly more popular I'm going to moan about is a Nazi. You've got to talk about the whole culture wars these days. Everyone gets called a Nazi these days, don't you? But this guy I think qualifies. He's called Hitler. There was a little piece in the paper recently about him. They were trying to sell off some of his early artwork. In case anyone doesn't know, Hitler tried to be an artist before he took the other career path. And I'm not making this up. The piece in the paper said, Hitler, best known as the genocidal warmonger. And I thought, well, who's reading this piece and thinks, Hitler. That name rings a bell, doesn't it? What's this? Warmonger? Goodness me. Hey, Jenny, you know Hitler? What, the artist? Yeah. That's the guy. Well, it seems like he had a little bit of a darker side to him as well. Goodness me. What else can I talk about or moan about? I've talked too quickly, so that was supposed to be... I got to be honest.